today's session, we are going to discuss the gastroretentive drug delivery systems. This is a disclaimer for the viewers. As the term gastro, it indicates that it is something related with the stomach. The term retentive, whatever the formulation designed, it is going to reside for longer period of time. So the term gastroretentive indicates that the formulation, it is going to reside for longer period of time into the stomach. So we are designing the formulation in a such a way that it is going to reside into the stomach for the longer time period. So let us begin with the session. We are going to discuss the introduction part, then the advantages, disadvantages, then the different approaches for gastroretentive drug delivery systems like floating, high density systems, inflatable gastroretentive systems and their applications. So the content of the topic, that is the introduction, advantages, disadvantages, then approaches for gastroretentive drug delivery system like a floating drug delivery, high density systems, inflatable gastroretentive systems and their application. Here I have shown the figure of the stomach and the different formulations which are present in the stomach, which indicates that this first one, it's a floating. The formulation, it is going to float onto the gastrointestinal fluid due to the low density than the gastric fluid. In contrast to that, if the formulation is having a high density, it is going to be sink, isn't it? That is a high density system. Then the three more systems are available with us. That is the bioadhesive system, which is going to adhere to the gastric mucosa and it is going to reside for the longer period of time. Then the swelling and expanding system, which is designed by using the swellable polymers, and the size of this Solon system, which is more than 5 to 10 mm, isn't it? So as to it is not going to be emptied into the small intestine. And one more system it is available, that is a modified shape. The shape of the formulation, it is going to be modified so as to it is possible to retain the formulation into the stomach. So in the case of gastroretentive drug delivery system, we are going to discuss the introduction, advantages, disadvantages, approaches for gastroretentive drug delivery systems like floating, high density systems, inflatable gastroretentive systems and their applications. Let us see the learning objectives which I have set for the gastroretentive drug delivery systems. So learning objectives. Student will be able to define gastroretentive drug delivery systems. You will be able to write advantages and disadvantages of gastroretentive drug delivery system. You will be able to describe factors affecting to gastric retention. Then you will be able to formulate gastroretentive drug delivery system using different approaches. Furthermore, as we are designing the formulation, So there is a need to evaluate and characterize it. So I have set one more objective. It's an additional objective, that is, you will be able to evaluate and characterize the gastroretentive drug delivery system. And the last objective is you will be able to discuss various applications of gastroretentive drug delivery systems. In the gastroretentive drug delivery system, we are going to discuss the definition of gastroretentive drug delivery system. What is mean by the gastroretentive drug delivery system? Then furthermore, we are going to discuss the advantages and the disadvantages of the gastroretentive drug delivery system. As we are going to design the formulation by using different approaches, and we are going to retain the formulation into the stomach. So there is a need to understand the various factors affecting to gastric retention. Without considering these factors, it is not possible to design and develop the gastroretentive drug delivery systems. Then we are going to discuss the different approaches to formulate the gastroretentive drug delivery system. For example, high density or low density, or the swellable and expandable system, then bioadhesive systems, and so on. Then we are going to discuss the evaluation and characterization of the gastroretentive drug delivery system. And finally, the applications of gastroretentive drug delivery system. So these are the learning objectives which I have set for the topic gastroretentive drug delivery system. Let us move towards the introduction to the gastroretentive drug delivery system. So the gastroretentive drug delivery system, it is an approach to prolong gastric residence time of dosage form. So this is the one of the approach, one of the way by which it is possible to prolong the gastric residence time of the formulation or of the dosage form. It offers various advantages over the conventional dosage form, as conventional dosage forms are having the certain limitations, and it is possible to avoid these limitations by designing and developing the gastroretentive drug delivery system. Gastroretentive drug delivery is one of the site-specific drug delivery, as we are targeting the stomach. The formulation, it is going to be reside into the stomach. So it is one of the site-specific delivery of the drugs at a stomach. It is obtained by retaining dosage form into the stomach by various approaches. So gastroretentive drug delivery system, it is obtained by retaining dosage form into the stomach by various approaches, and drug is being released at a controlled manner to the specific site, that is into the stomach. Gastric retention can be achieved by using floating, swelling, bioadhesive, or high density system. So these are the some ways or some approaches by which it is possible to retain the formulation into the stomach. That is, these are the certain approaches by which we can increase the residence time of formulation into the stomach. So these formulations not only prolong dosing interval, but also increase the patient compliance beyond the level of existing controlled release dosage form. That is the main and important thing about the gastroretentive drug delivery system. So this is about the introduction of gastroretentive drug delivery system. Let us move towards the need of the gastroretentive drug delivery system. So what is the need for the gastroretentive drug delivery system? As the conventional oral delivery is widely used in the pharmaceutical field to treat the diseases. However, conventional delivery had many drawbacks, and the major drawback is non-site specificity. It doesn't have any specificity. It is not possible to target the stomach. It is not possible to target the small intestine. It is not possible to target the colonic region. That is the main thing related with the conventional oral delivery. Some drugs are absorbed at a specific site only. Already we have discussed there are few drugs are there. They are going to absorb well into the stomach. There are some drugs are there which are going to be absorbed into the small intestine, and they require a release at a specific site or a release such that maximum amount of drug reaches to the specific site. Now, the pharmaceutical field is focusing towards such drugs which require the site specificity. As gastroretentive drug delivery system, it helps to provide better availability of new therapeutic possibilities and substantial benefits for the patient. In the case of gastroretentive drug delivery system, it is possible to deliver the drug locally as well as in the proximal part of the small intestine. Furthermore, it is going to reduce the drug waste, it improves the solubility of drug, and it increases the bioavailability of the drug. So this is a need for the gastroretentive drug delivery system. So in the case of the gastroretentive drug delivery system, as you know that the conventional oral delivery is widely used in a pharmaceutical field to treat the disease. However, it is having a certain disadvantages or the drawbacks, and the major drawback is the non-site specificity. And if we want the site specific drug delivery, we have to suppose to design the formulation in a such way that it is going to be reside for longer period of time into that specific area. Say for example, the stomach. So they require the release at a specific site or a release such that a maximum amount of drug reaches to the specific site. So pharmaceutical field is now focusing towards such drugs which requires the site specificity. So it helps to provide better availability of new therapeutic possibilities and substantial benefits for the patient. It is possible when we are retaining the formulation into the stomach, it is possible to get the local drug delivery and the proximal part of the small intestine. When we are converting the formulation into the gastroretentive dosage form, it reduces the drug waste, it improves the solubility of drug, and it increases the bioavailability of drug. So this is about the need for the gastroretentive drug delivery system. Okay, so let us move towards the advantages of gastroretentive drug delivery system. Here I have listed the some general advantages as well as the advantages related with the drugs. So very first advantage of the gastroretentive drug delivery system, it reduces dosing frequency and the dose size. When we are using the gastroretentive drug delivery system, it reduces the dosing frequency as well as the dose size. We are getting better patient compliance, and it is a convenient. It reduces gastrointestinal side effects of the drug. As the formulation, it is going to be reside into the stomach for long period of time. There is a less fluctuation in the plasma drug level. There will be the improved therapeutic efficacy of the drug. It's easy to deliver narrow absorption window drug, as there are certain drugs are there which are having the narrow absorption window. So it becomes very easy to deliver the drugs which are having the narrow absorption window. Here we are getting the more uniform drug effect. It is possible to treat the local infections as well as the certain disorders. It is possible to get the controlled delivery of drug. It is possible to release the drug in a controlled manner by using the gastroretentive drug delivery system. It is possible to minimize the metabolism of drug by intestinal enzyme. As formulation, it is going to be reside into the stomach, it is going to release the content into the stomach, and it is being absorbed from the stomach, isn't it? So thereby it is possible to reduce or minimize the metabolism of drug by the intestinal enzyme. There are certain advantages which are related with the drug, as this drug delivery system, it is suitable for the sparingly soluble and insoluble drugs. Then the drugs which are acting locally in the stomach, the drugs those are primarily absorbed in the stomach, that is a drug, it is well absorbed in the stomach. The drugs which are poorly soluble and at alkaline pH, then drugs which are having the narrow window of the absorption, the drugs which are absorbed rapidly from gastrointestinal tract, and the drugs which degrade in the colon. So these are the certain advantages of the gastroretentive drug delivery system. That is, it reduces the dosing frequency and dose size. There will be the better patient compliance and convenience, reduces the gastrointestinal side effects, less fluctuation in plasma drug level, improved therapeutic efficacy, easy to deliver narrow absorption window drug, more uniform drug effect. It is possible to treat the local infections and disorders. It is possible to get the controlled delivery of drug, possible to minimize the metabolism of drug by intestinal enzyme. There are certain drugs which are suitable for the gastroretentive drug delivery system, like which are sparingly soluble and insoluble, acting locally in the stomach. Those are primarily absorbed in the stomach. Those are primarily soluble in an alkaline pH. Then the drugs which have the narrow window of absorption, absorbed rapidly from gastrointestinal tract, and those degrade in the colon. So these are the advantages of the gastroretentive drug delivery system. Let us move further towards the disadvantages of gastroretentive drug delivery system. So here I have cited few disadvantages of the gastroretentive drug delivery system. The first disadvantage, that is there are certain drugs are there that may irritate the stomach lining or are unstable in the acidic environment. There are certain drugs are there which may irritate the stomach lining or may be unstable in the acidic environment. Such drugs are not suitable for the designing of gastroretentive drug delivery system. It is not suitable for drugs that have solubility and stability problems in the gastric fluid. If the drug is having a certain solubility problems and the stability problems in the gastric fluids, such drugs are not suitable for the gastroretentive drug delivery system. Drugs which are well absorbed in the entire gastrointestinal tract and undergoes significant first pass metabolism, such drugs are also not suitable for the gastroretentive drug delivery system. If the drug is selectively absorbed in the colonic region, if the absorption area, absorption site for the drug is the colonic region, such drugs are also not suitable for the gastroretentive drug delivery system. Many factors which are going to affect the gastric retention of dosage form, as we are going to retain the formulation into the stomach, and there are so many other factors are there which are going to control the retention of formulation, retention of content into the stomach. That is one of the main disadvantage of gastroretentive drug delivery system. There is a requirement of high levels of fluid in the stomach for the delivery system to float and work efficiently in the case of floating drug delivery system. As a floating, it is one of the approach, and if we are designing the formulation by using a floating approach, there is a need or requirement of high levels of fluid in the stomach for the delivery system to float and work efficiently. It requires presence of food to delay gastric emptying. So the presence of food is required in order to delay the gastric emptying. In the case of floating drug delivery system, there is a violent gas generation, then the disintegration of dosage form. There may be chances of burst effect, then the dose dumping and alkaline microenvironment. So these are the certain problems associated with the floating approach. In the case of bioadhesive approach, there is a acidic environment, then the mucus lining which is very thick, then high turnover rate of the mucus. These are the certain factors which are going to affect the bioadhesive drug delivery system. In the case of swellable drug delivery system, it should maintain the large size than the resting in a pylorus for longer time. If the size is not maintained for longer period of time, such formulation is not going to be reside for long period of time into the stomach. So this is about the disadvantages of the gastroretentive drug delivery system. Let us see the selection criteria for the gastroretentive drug delivery system. Drug selection criteria for the gastroretentive drug delivery system. Very first one, the drugs, those are locally active in the stomach. For example, misoprostol or the certain antacid. These drugs are suitable for the gastroretentive drug delivery system. Drugs that have the narrow absorption window in the gastrointestinal tract. For example, levodopa, para-aminobenzoic acid, furosemide, riboflavin, etc. There are certain drugs are there which are having the narrow absorption window. Such drugs are suitable for the gastroretentive drug delivery system. Drugs that are unstable in the intestinal or colonic environment. For example, captopril, ranitidine, and the metronidazole. These are the few drugs which are unstable either in the intestine or colonic, and these drugs are more suitable for the gastroretentive drug delivery system. Drugs that disturb normal colonic microbes, for example, antibiotics against H. pylori. So certain antibiotics are also suitable for the gastroretentive drug delivery system. Drugs that exhibit low solubility at a high pH value. Suppose that the drug, it is insoluble in the small intestine. Such drugs are suitable, for example, diazepam, chlordiazepoxide, and the verapamil. These drugs shows the good solubility in the acidic environment. Drugs rapidly absorbed from the gastrointestinal tract, for example, tetracycline, and drugs that have the short half-life. So this is the selection criteria for the gastroretentive drug delivery system. That is the drug, those are locally active in the stomach, drugs that have narrow absorption window in a GIT, drugs that are unstable in an intestinal or colonic environment, drug that disturb normal colonic microbes, drug that exhibit low solubility at high pH value, drugs rapidly absorbed from gastrointestinal tract, drugs have a short half-life. Let us move towards the applications of the gastroretentive drug delivery system. So here I have cited some marketed products of the gastroretentive drug delivery system. Later on, also we are going to discuss separately the applications of the gastroretentive drug delivery system. There are so many products are available in the market which are designed by using the technologies like the bioadhesive tablets, then the effervescent floating systems, then colloidal gel forming floating systems, then foam based floating systems, then polymer based swelling technology, for example Accuform, then effervescent and swelling based floating system, then erodible matrix based system, then gastro retention with osmotic system, then bilayer floating capsules and floating liquid alginate. So these are the certain technologies which are used to formulate the gastro-retentive formulations. The APIs which are present, for example, certain antibiotics are, it is possible to formulate the antibiotics into the gastro-retentive formulation. Say for example, ofloxacin, then certain anti-diabetic drugs like the metformin, then the anti-infective like a ciprofloxacin, hematinic like a ferrous sulfate, then the anti-epileptic like a gabapentin, then the prazosin hydrochloride, then the carvedilol, that is the antihypertensive, then misoprostol, and aluminum magnesium antacid. So these are the certain applications of the gastro-retentive drug delivery systems to treat certain diseases and the disorders. It is also possible to design and develop the gastro-retentive formulation for diabetes, gastro-retentive formulation for the hypertension, gastro-retentive formulation for the anemia, gastro-retentive formulation which is going to act as an antacid. Only thing is that the drug should fit into the criteria of the gastro retention. So this is about the introduction to the gastro retentive drug delivery system. So in this session, we have discussed the introduction of the gastro retentive drug delivery system. We have seen what is meant by the gastro retention. We have discussed the advantages and disadvantages of gastro retentive drug delivery system. We have discussed the drug selection criteria for the gastro-retentive drug delivery system, and also we have discussed the need for the gastro-retention. So this is about the gastro-retentive drug delivery system.